broke that way, you're stuck in the back spawn. In that third rotation is just so difficult. But Formal now up to 5-0, and he finds some streaks early on in this map. Accuracy, though, inside of the bus. He's going to get pushed right now for Envoy. As soon as Envoy maybe gets this kill, it's going to be time for Formal to go. But Attach is there. So far, so good for OpTic. He would love some streaks. Just one away now from Artillery. He's got to work with his teammates to find a trade. He's also got to watch his toes. We saw that yesterday.
Yeah, right. His feet getting torn off. Let's see if he can work here with Dashy. Maybe Envoy baits somebody to get a kill, like you said. Just waiting for the opportunity to pounce and get these streaks. His teammates do pick up two. Starting to get messy around the point for now. He might have a gunfight. Nope, Dashy actually gets the kill. So Formal patiently waiting to find an easy one. Hasn't been given the opportunity yet, but his teammates do break in. Wondrous job there from OpTic, but now 2 through. 4 RØKKR getting mixy towards the front. There's 2 for Formal. That'll be the streaks in. Nice stretch, nice break, nice opening hold at second. OpTic looking strong so far.
And you know, they give up 30 seconds, but they break. They're going to get some scrap time. You earn those streaks. It is worth it on Moscow, 100%. And now Formal winning gunfights inside a bank where Attach has that 74U. Early setup here, but not a lot of map positioning. You want that bus control if you are RØKKR. But OpTic has it. Now can they get him off this point? And well, he's just going to use the missile right away. He's going to use it right away. It's called in. They're going to try and break this setup, open this map open.
He doesn't get anything with a streak. His teammates do take down 2, but Attach respawns with them as well. And remember, RØKKR started a hole in that map 1 and really came alive and brought it back. Curious to see if they're going to find a similar effort here. Let's go right to an Astro Listen-In with Minnesota RØKKR.
Go. Envoy. I had the hop. I have the last 2 then. Sit down for no. Sit down for no.
Playing this guy hole.
Oh, nice, good job. I'm going to you.
Buzz got me. They could have got a split. If you don't spawn street, they got a split.
I spawned P2.
They got a split.
I'm coming to help Eskews.
He's straight on me, guys.
I can help you straight on.
I'm gonna go outer. I'm
challenging. Yo, he's in closet.
Go window and laundry. They might go our half up.
Okay.
Alright,
I spawn Eskews, guys. I spawn Eskews.
I'm gonna wrap right. I'm gonna wrap
camping P2.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you, Dylan.
Back yellow.
I need one back ticket.
Gold, Scump. Scump is gold.
Ticket, weak.
One splat or something. I got pushed out. Under fire.
Okay.
Oh, back street.
I spawned out.
Ticket. Laundry set.
In the back, Dashy, one shot on the truck. He's really weak on the truck.
One splat, one's laundry.
Dashy's gonna be straight.
Okay.
Yeah, street close. There's 2 street.
I'm gonna lay hit.
D-bus, and close heady. Close heady on me. I don't know where he went.
No, he's under tree and hill. No, under window. Fire side hill.
Eskews, Envoy ran down.
He's weak side.
And fire ticket side hill. Alright, 2 hill.
Always close.
Close right.
Nice.
I got stuff.
I spawned Eskews side.
There's 2 street. There was 2 street.
Take your time and get hill.
I can help you on hill.
I'm hitting fire. I'm coming Eskews.
I'm looking at fire. I don't see fire.
Trophy on ticket.
Yeah,
I'm looking at ticket.
He's not in the right corner.
Fire, child it.
I'm looking for him. He's under.
Wait, close left.
Close left. Dead. Ticket.
One shot, Envoy. Ticket.
Where'd he go? He's still there.
Nice.
I gotta do this. I slid across. I'm gonna go right.
That's actually one street earlier.
Yeah, he's globe map. Can you get Sean?
Joe, this is about to be a huge sequence from OpTic. You got the early setup for second, and you still have that artillery. I mean, you're really looking forward to them to blow this open. Yeah, you invest this. You play for scrap time here. You have the artillery. You could use that setup, but I just got to point out, if we show the stats one more time, I talked about it. Formal and Dashy, they can be the difference makers in this setup, in this matchup, and they are doing it right now. Both of them around double, triple, positive. You have Dashy 12-6, Formal 16-6, able to earn those streaks. Envoy being a menace on the map. They're looking good on Moscow, and it is these P2 holds that are really the difference maker. I mean, listen, the cruise missile wasn't great. You would love to execute off of that. If they did better with that, it'd probably be 250. Yeah, no, absolutely. We'll see when the artillery comes in, if maybe that's a little bit better and it leads to some time, or will they even need it? They get a quick transition here, but they will fall, so the setup now for RØKKR. We'll see when this streak decides to come in. One still rotating over from old is going to be accuracy. There's going to be a one-on-one mid-map as the streak comes in. Scump is able to win that one.
You got to call out.
Yeah, I'm sure the ping was hugely helpful. They all back up inside, opens up lanes now for OpTic players to get into position, but Formal can't get the angle. Dashy does take down one. Priest now getting swarmed. But it's still RØKKR inside of the point for now, but 2 are spawning out deep right.
This is kind of what happened last time around towards this hill. You got bank control early on, but then it was RØKKR through the front. But Formal, he's able to take down 2. They're going to get this 20 seconds. They didn't find really anything off of the streak. It was really after it. I guess, you get RØKKR in a position where they have to back up and play their life.
Yes.
But they're going to earn those 25 seconds. They get that setup now to 100 points. Now you got to close the game out. That's really the thinking. It use those streaks.
Allowed them to move up for free a little bit, right? Just ADS to kind of get to the spots they wanted to, and it led to the eventual break. Dashy 15-7. Looking to come through on the pinch. 1 down, 2 down. Third will put him away. His accuracy still trying to hold from the bus, but he is by himself as the 3 players try to sprint on over and give him a bit of help.
And I like that from Envoy, because I think that's at a time where we might see one of the players from OpTic challenge that 1v1. But look what happens. He takes his time. He waits for his teammates. They all know that RØKKR is spawning back street. I think Scump had an excellent pinch through the middle of the map. They get the break. The patience is on right now. They're looking great on Moscow Hardpoint.
Yeah, you have to love to see this, but no, you nailed it there. Just don't get staggered. Just wait. Hit as a 4-man unit and swarm them, smoke them. That is what they do. Now, just about 20 points away from getting this map win, taking us to a map 5, Joe. We love a good map 5, but they're not done yet. Still have to get the W, obviously, but they are fighting for the right side of the map. If we'll even get to a second hard point. Dashy picking up the push through. RØKKR will set up in the hard point for now, but they have to be nothing short of perfection if they're going to bring this back.
And, well, they're not right now. Accuracy's trying to do his best and stay alive. Escalator's control did go the way OpTic. Envoy flies, and up to 23 and 18. Again, I think the 2 respawns prior to this, just not great from Envoy. This really hasn't been. Much better here on Moscow. Formal going to get on the time. RØKKR, they have to go. They are aware of the spawns. He picks it up. 5 more seconds. Map 5. I smell it, Maven. I'm excited, baby.
What does it smell like, Joe? What does it smell like?
I mean, what is that?
Thanksgiving dinner.
That's like bacon and pancakes and waffles. It smells great.
OpTic, a beautiful hardpoint win there on Moscow. And yeah, that's what you were sort of saying. Like, they are a team that could beat people fundamentally, but you want to see them get better at some of the maps where it gets a little bit mixed-ier. And they don't get the win on Garrison. A big comeback from RØKKR, but here it is controlled. So it's a great job. What a holding second and breaking third. The patience was there, avoiding kind of those staggered pushes we'll see from them sometimes. Some good fundamentals out of OpTic, and they get the win. That's the first loss now in Hardpoint at this tournament for RØKKR. It takes us to a search. And RØKKR, I think before these past couple of days, you'd say maybe, I don't know, top 2 search teams in the game. I don't know right now what's going wrong for them, but OpTic, they dominated that map too.
Map 4, you mean? Oh, map 2, yeah. No, map 2 and map 4. Yeah, no, they really did. It was their clutch situations. But throughout that map 4, I mean, it just starts off with the break. They get the early time. It's that P2 hold. They did it twice. How many times have you and I cast to Moscow and it's like teams are just fighting back and forth and even getting broken from the front? OpTic did fantastic there. Formal stays alive. He plays his streaks. He earns those streaks. And, well, that gamble pays off.
Yeah, this is a hell of a series from him. You think about the map 2 and what he did there in the map 4, unbelievable. But the Astro Social soundboard, resilience from OpTic Chicago. And yeah, absolutely. And I think we've been talking about that multiple times this year, whether it was bouncing back after the rough week they had in stage 2, or you think about Scump's resilience after losing the 1v1 in that crazy series versus Empire. But able to get the revenge later on in the series where he's able to take the gunfight. Like, they've been a team that's showing some great resilience this year, trying to do it now again here. RØKKR, OpTic, tied up to...
Hey everyone, we are back. Sorry, I had some technical difficulties there at the end of the last map, but that map 4 did not go how we wanted it to go at all. Brett,
well, hang on.
What did you take away from that one?
Let's touch on map 3 at least, because we didn't get a touch on that. That was a total different picture of what we just saw from the map 4. They won an offense in convincing fashion. They actually, when they didn't even go for they had a solid hold on B and decided to make a route to A, which ended up winning in that offensive round. I think it was 3-1 final. But then that hard point. I warned about it. I said that OpTic, despite the record, I mean, if you saw the scrims from earlier this season, every time that RØKKR played OpTic on Moscow hardpoint, it was absolutely chalked from the first set of rotations, and it was right here too. It was absolute slaughter. Everyone went negative. So I'm hoping they regained after the control debacle against Empire. I'm hoping they regain against this map.
Yeah, biggest story from that map 4 is that the rotation from P1 to P2, all 3 sets of rotation was lost. OpTic was winning time inside of P1, and if you don't have those initial spawns for P2, then you have to be competitive and you have to gain time inside of P1 because it's really hard. P2 is the biggest money hill on Moscow, so if you're not winning that time inside of P1 and you're not flipping rotations and you don't do that the first set of rotations or the second set of rotations, probably not going to be a great map for you overall. But we haven't had all of the Moscow that we're going to have because we're going back to it. So SND Moscow is on the table. We'll see what happens here. Minnesota is 3-1 on this map, and Chicago's 3-2 on this map. So both of these squads are comfortable here. We'll see what happens. Map 5s, you got to love them. We'll be back to break it down after map 5.
Now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G.
It's Major 2, $500,000 on the line, and it is time for a showdown. Map 5, I don't want a round 11 team kill. I want play after play. I want some insanity, Joe. Madness on the map. It's going to be a beautiful thing.
It should be. It should be. I mean, that's what we hope. In Moscow, I think it's delivered in Search and Destroy. It absolutely has. And, I mean, both of these teams solid on it. You got Chicago, who's 3-2, should probably be 4-1 because they threw that Ultra map away. Minnesota, 3-1 on the year. And this is just how we got there, right? Search and Destroy. What's Minnesota take away? It's that checkmate. What does OpTic take away? It's that Miami. And this has been the other map that OpTic has really relied on.
We know Search can be very map to map for a lot of teams, but we got to highlight the map too, how dominant it was from OpTic. I mean, you had a lot of first bloods. You won that edge if you were RØKKR, but you get a 6-2 victory if you're OpTic. And Formal, just so many clutch moments over the course of that map too.
I mean, I think he was the first 3 rounds. I think he had 3 1v1 plays that won them. That put them up 3-0. That put them in a comfortable spot. And Formal just fried in map 4. So now can they compose? Get his for this map 5. And it'd be crazy, right? We were really hyping up RØKKR and how much they have to focus on their respawns, and maybe they lose 4 SDs to get out of the tournament. We'll have to see.
Yeah, that'd be wild. That would absolutely be wild, but it is time. What do you say? It smells like pancakes and waffles. Ooh.
Bacon.
Bacon. Let's get into it. The pressure on. The pressure so big for both teams. A loss here, you are done. Disappointment. A win, you battle on in Championship Sunday tomorrow. OpTic get the first look at offense. It's a heavy hit towards A. 2 players on defense from RØKKR.
Yeah, this is going to be a 2-2 split here from Standy and Priesta. Can they hold on to this? Envoy's not going to see anything. Is he going to check statue? That's a free kill. You take that all day, and he's going to move on up. Priesta, he played lower. Okay, it's a 2-2 split, and it doesn't work. Now a retake for attach and accuracy. They're going to take their side. You see the setup bomb going down. They're going to try and nade them off. They got them off. They stopped the bomb plant.
What a crucial kill that is. The double nade. Gets it down, but they're back on the plant. Envoy trying to get it done. There's the plant throw. Scump holding now. Oh, that timing is horrible, but he gets out. He gets out, but quality beams there from accuracy. The trade then comes on through. OpTic Chicago take round 1, and yeah, you'll take a first blood freebie like they found there.
Yeah, and I think Envoy gets the final 2 here. So 3 kills and the first blood for Envoy. Well, Scum, I mean, bad timing, but at least he's alive, right? Then accuracy has to focus on the Dashy. The gunfight's going back and forth. Envoy, he's going to be the one standing at the end of the round. First offense to them.
I think it'll be interesting to see the defensive split that out of RØKKR next time. If they're going to go with a 2-2, I mean, that's the problem that can happen. If it's a quick hit, you've got the numbers on offense.
I mean, RØKKR, they have that VOD, right? That round 11 against Toronto. Sort of working off this. OpTic knows that as well. Maybe they throw something a little bit different, but right off the mid start, it's 2 mid, it's 2 towards A. RØKKR, they just send 3 right up the gut. Now they're just going to get together, have the first blood. They're going to play this one out. A close corner. They're going to have to trade that. That's Envoy. Envoy, he's able to find Standing. Now Formal jumps and he takes down 2. The trap was there. Now it's a 1 versus 2. But accuracy gets the bomb, tries to find Formal, and Formal hears it. He hears it, pick it up, and Formal, he is frying on Moscow.
Big play after big play after big play from Formal. 3 in the round. And when you're playing in a 3v4, it's like somebody's got to come through with a big 2-piece, right? Like somebody's got to make that play. The bait pays off. Formal makes the play. The man is on a mission in search and destroy.
Well, there's another one of those rounds for RØKKR, right? Have the main advantage. Happened on Express. It happens here.
And look, split a little bit different.
Yeah,
You're going to have 3 players now.
But OpTic know this, right? They're going to throw something a little bit different. Envoy's going to spot. That's information gain, and that might be it's time to go. We'll see. But it looks like they're just waiting. They're worried about the flank a little bit. Formal wants to help out Envoy. Meanwhile, it's going to be accuracy who's on middle platform, and sometimes that's usually where the first blood will come from for offensive teams. Accuracy just playing info. Going to back away now.
Yeah, so a far different defensive look. Mixed up on offense as well. 45
now they
seconds
just don't
left.
know.
Yeah, they're going to wrap this back and work B. They don't know what's
You're standing at A, but you don't have anyone in the middle of the map, so they're not sure if it's going to be up A towards escalators, if it's going to be B. They're played so far back. A nade goes down, attaches it on the bomb. He's going to get on the bomb. There is no trade. There is no trade in accuracy. They're going to hold this 2v4. Sometimes doubling up in that window is tough.
Yeah. I mean, you saw how difficult a 2v4 was on the other side of it. You're wondering what might happen this time around as OpTic pushes forward, but this time accuracy and attach. Just attach. I mean, those two so huge to shut down the round and gets away with his life.
I just think
retake on the 3rd.
I think that window jump, it's just so scary. Inside of that, it's just so close quarters. It's not like a fast trade. It's usually because you don't have the other angle. It's one angle, so it's not a 2v1. It's basically 1v1 and then followed up by another 1v1. I would love for teams to start taking street first, right? As soon as you get that street door, then you can jump through the window and isolate that player. Because if you trade with accuracy with Dashy, that opens that up for them.
Well, Envoy's going to catch that. Backs up for now. They're getting aggressive as RØKKR is surging on forward. Standy will work to get the plant down. Attach another big gunfight win. Give the numbers over to RØKKR. Plant gets finished. Now it'll be a 3v4 retake chance. Make it a 2v4. Make it a 1v4. Dashy, last man up. Everybody in front of him. Picks up the first. Just 30 seconds now to work with. I'm not sure how you pull this off. He's down to 10 HP. Got to try and regen, and the clock is just against him.
That's a half step too quick from Envoy. I mean, there's no trophy down. He takes that gunfight. Scump's rotating back, and you saw the nade hit. Right, I think right there, Envoy just needs to wait for Scump. Scump gets in a position. Look, the nade goes through. He hits a hit marker with this, and then they can fly with the nade hitting. Just that half second. That's all it is sometimes. Just waiting for each other. Tries to win that gunfight. Of course, if he wins it, yeah, he's the hero of the round. But sometimes with the over challenge is
You say a half second. It's that sometimes. I mean, it's just everything. It's everything in Call of Duty, man. It's a game of seconds. Like, it's just the pacing of it, being on point. It's everything. But attached now on 4 in a row after what the big defensive hold, the big opener on offense. And Envoy will play this spot, just a spot for information. Keep them honest towards A. The lone player on the opposite side of the map will be accuracy, whether it's Miami or here. If there's somebody on an island, more often than not, it's going to be him.
Well, even Express, right? I mean, that's the guy they went after time and time again.
He's the guy. You trust him. You trust him to play his spots and stay alive.
Ooh, that's a good nade.
Yeah, Envoy's just being greeted by tacticals and nades wherever he is. Standy, though, top Eskies, not checked. Scump, though, that's a massive trade. I thought he was going to get both.
The nade hits Priesta, too. The nade hit Priesta before the trophy went down, I think.
Well, it just sneaks on through and allows Envoy to get in, takes the next chow. Accuracy. Well, the island player, now it's his chance to do it. Caught on rotation. OpTic, answer back, go up 3-2.
And I think Standy sees Scump. He knows he's coming this way. But look at this right here. That nade, he puts a trophy down. I don't know if the trophy didn't eat the nade or if the timing of it. But Priesta, if he has a trophy there, that might be different. It might be a little, I said half a second. There it is again. And then Envoy flies. Nicely done, but, I mean, it starts with Scump. That trade, top Eskies, was huge from him.
Yeah, no, I thought he was dead to rights. I mean, just from Danny's POV, I thought he was getting both. Just an incredible trade. He loses that. That might be the round. Probably is the round. The story of bouncing back and redemption with two squads just trading blow after blow. Envoy, well, he's going to see Priesta, but that's a fight that you're just going to kind of dance with each other. He's like, I've been greeted by Nate every round. There's another one. Here comes the double chow, but Scump ready for it. I, again, thought he was dead. It was a nice little bait and switch, but Scump's like, go ahead, bait me, switch me. I'm putting you down.
Right, they transitioned off this, though. Yeah, huge play out of Scump to find the first blood, but now this is kind of on Dashy. Dashy just has to play his life, and if he does, he needs to at least find one. He needs to find one kill. He's going to slide on in. He doesn't get the bomb planter. Someone else is in there. Someone else is in there. They're able to spot the player.
Run!
Formal is there to help him, and Dashy stays alive the entire time. Now Envoy's working a full flank all the way behind Priesta. Inside of the site, he's just standing by himself.
Well, Standy has had some pretty ridiculous plays. Does he have another one in him? Late flank from Envoy will get the trade. Now it's Standy 1v3. First down, 25 seconds to go. Formal comes through with the trade. Plenty of time for the defuse. 4-2 edge to OpTic Chicago.
Numbers, numbers, numbers. Scump gives it to him. Dashy makes sure that number advantage stays alive. He doesn't get caught. He gets info. It was close. He gets very weak, but he backs on up. Formal watches over him. Nice teamwork. And even here, I mean, Scump gets caught, but Envoy's going on that wide flank, right? So Priesta backs right into Envoy. And there's that quick trade.
Or 2. And Dashy, I know he's not having the greatest game. He's 1-6, but he kind of nailed it. Like, just staying alive there. I know he doesn't get one. Might have been frustrated he couldn't pick him off the bomb, but the fact he doesn't die, Formal comes in for the help. Great stuff. Now, we've seen a lot of different offensive looks from OpTic. And it looks like they might be going out this fast again.
This might be a fake. It's a fake with nades. It's a fake with nades. They're going to try and isolate accuracy. They're going right through it.
It may work. They are going
accuracy, quick. He kind of backs up. So this will work out for him. At least to just stay alive. Envoy, I think, wants to try to catch a rotator. He wants to try and catch a rotation towards that side door. So he's set up for that. Now it's all about the timings. And Envoy is reading the map so well. He's got to stay alive, but the nade hits. So 3v2.
The fact he gets 2, just ludicrous. Eyes then onto one mid-map, but accuracy does bring it to a 2 versus 2. Scump with the trade. Now just on Priesta, 1 versus 2. They're both in front of him, and they line up for Priesta. He keeps the hopes of RØKKR alive. Priesta makes the play.
What a round that could be. OpTic could have been up 5-2. But you saw it. I mean, accuracy almost gets 2 kills. They go for the challenge. It's solo challenges. I mean, Envoy literally sets this up so well. He gets traded by a nade. Accuracy throws it. But Formal, he gets caught side door. Scump wants to trade it, but there was no damage done. If accuracy has ammo, Scump dies. So Scump's 1 HP. Yeah. Right? Dashy tries to get to his teammate to help, but Priesta, he finds them both.
Yeah, what a difference. 5-2 versus 4-3. Just huge from RØKKR. And it feels like they've been on the receiving end of those rounds a lot. Finally, they get one.
Yeah, clutch round. They needed it. Now, this might be similar to what we saw, maybe. Maybe you're rotating them all over towards B. Maybe you go mid-map up Eskies if you're RØKKR. They're just clearing everything right now. All right, they're going to try and take B.
Yep, they're committing.
Maybe another retake. And, I mean, OpTic were so good in these positions on Express.
I mean, this is Standy and Attach, man. The subs inside. F&S game. They've got to be able to make the play. A little damage done, but Dash will get out. In comes Scump. One of them out. Standy will be taken down. Accuracy in the mix as well. 3 versus 3 now with 30 to go.
The timing. Envoy was just watching it. He was just watching it.
Priesta gets it. The trade is in. On Dashy. Versus Accuracy. 20 seconds to go. Checks one way. Finds him on the other. Dashy takes the one-on-one. 5th round on the board for OpTic.
And they knew where he was. Accuracy got the kill on the Formal. They had an idea of where he was pushing from. But Envoy and Scump inside the site. Another gunfight where Scump wins it by 1 bullet, and it's the difference maker. And Dashy staying alive. Look at this, just back and forth into the 1v1. Accuracy took down Formal. Dashy just checking all the corners. If Accuracy's looking the other way, it's a round for RØKKR. Instead, he's not. It's a round for OpTic.
When he went out and looked right, I was like, oh no. Like, I stopped breathing. And then, it's fortunate. Turns, bags him up in the back. And yeah, I thought it was all on Standy and Attach inside. Scump winning that first one. So big. But, you know, not the greatest map from Dashy, but what a moment that was. To get the final 2. How can OpTic put him away here? Looking for that final round victory. Envoy, he is soaring on forward, just going for Priesta. Can't quite finish it. The hunt will continue.
They're trying to find Standy.
He's just sliding back and forth. But yeah, they've got 2 back there. It's Standy and Priesta working together. Attach is the one kind of on the opposite side of the map for now. And Accuracy in a position to get here quickly. There's the gunfight. Standy wins it. He's been lurking, and it pays off. 2 will drop. The trade eventually in, but did Standy do too much? Envoy now in a 1 versus 3. A pistol. Strong enough to take down 1, but that'll be it. Standy. Well, he wins it with those 2 kills.
I don't know what happens here. I mean, Envoy's behind them. I don't know where Scump died early on. I think Standy catches him as he's running through. If Envoy, I don't know, like maybe he's thinking there's someone where P2 is and he doesn't want to catch him, or he's trying to get the trade on to Standy. But if he keeps going, he might get both. He might get both of those kills on Priesta and Standy. Instead, he turns around and then they're in the 3v4.
You mean Envoy with the first push?
Yeah, that first push.
Yeah.
If he keeps going, he might have them both.
I think it's just one of those spots where he's like, I don't want to chase the kill and get caught, maybe. But yeah, he had to be frustrated because he gets some bullets into Priesta.
And that was a hard counter. There was only 2 players there.
Yep. Well, you've got 3 a day for OpTic, but look at that bomb. The players of RØKKR, they've gotten inside the B building on Dashy once again to try and play his life. The rotation is here quickly, though. The straggler will be Envoy, trying to get across. Last time, I think he was kind of on a late flank in this position. Now they're all going to be stacked up around the point.
And look what that does. Priest is so far away. It's a 3v4 on the site. It's a 3v4 on the site right now for OpTic. Accuracy again with another 1v1 on the street. Here comes the trade. It's Accuracy. Envoy trying to flank on through, but Priesta is there, and here we go. Round 11 time.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at, because like Envoy was late, late through last time, and I was like, maybe they'll pick it up, and they had the numbers, but Accuracy goes huge from the street. A couple situations where you see OpTic put in some damage, but can't get the kill. But again, Joe, some of these matches we're casting round 11. It all comes down to this. And RØKKR, they're thinking last one, we had that team kill versus Empire. Not again. Let's make the play. Let's close this out. No small mistakes. They'll have defense for it. Right back to the A, execute. Goes OpTic Chicago.
And I mean, why not? They've been great here. There's only 2 players here. It's Standy and Priesta. Standy the lurking lower. He's lurking. He's lurking. He's not going to see anything. It's going to be a wrap. It's going to be a wrap back to B. And this is huge for RØKKR. They 2 set this up. It's Accuracy. It's Attach on Globe. This is kind of a trap right now. It's a bit of a trap. Accuracy gets the information, they go right back up the escalators.
Think of the information you're getting. Standy, by kind of peeking. The rotation back gets the info, they're not still there. Accuracy gets the peek to realize they're wrapping back. Like, they're getting so much information, but that might be what matters. Dashy hits the shots. Scump puts one down. Accuracy, no, he wins the gunfight to make it interesting. It's going to be attached, trying to rally across. He's going to hit Xyz. Scump is just holding. Scump is just holding. Wins the fight. Accuracy, though, they line up. They line up for Accuracy, and he wins it. Are you kidding? Accuracy with the ice.
Are you kidding me? The nade hits Formal. The first blood on Envoy. Oh my goodness. Look at this. They were all together. That is unbelievable.
Oh my God. Oh. And that is why I was frustrated with the team kill yesterday, because you feel like a moment is brewing, a special one, a crazy round. RØKKR, they get their redemption in a Game 5, Round 11. They get the win. And who else but Accuracy with the final clutch.
Unreal. Just wrote. I mean, it's a 4v2. It's a 4 versus 2 for OpTic. And they panic. I mean, Envoy goes one way, the other 3 go the other. They get the trade, and then they all line up. But here's a look at the stats. I mean, Envoy and Scump, double digits for them. On the other side, it's Accuracy with 13. And he has that round there. But he also had so many clutch kills.
Well, he ended on a 6 spree then, right? Because he got 3 in that round.
Yeah, he had so many clutch kills on offense for them.
Oh, my God. And that is unbelievable. I think we're going to take a look at the reaction again. Oh, no, he's just chilling. He's like, yeah, another day at the job. Making the player down. Smiles are in. Yeah, let's check out the reaction. We got to see it again. I mean, it's going to be joy on one side, pain on the other, but what an insane round it was. Let's look at that one more time.
Woo. RØKKR's like, what, did that just happen? And you see the frustration on the OpTic side, and yeah, unreal. I mean, it felt like they weren't on the same page there. Again, Envoy goes and he loses an individual fight. There is no trade with Envoy. There just isn't. He gives up a free kill. And then it's a 2v3. They're all stuck. They're waiting for who was it? Attach on the Xyz pinch. The nade hits Formal. It weakens him. I think they were both weak from nades and from the fight with Attach. I don't know, but whew, that's a heartbreaker.
Let's check out our scuff play of the game. It's going to be the final round. Once again, unbelievable stuff. Joe, take me through it.
Well, okay, it's a wrap back to B. It's a wrap up Essies, and it catches RØKKR. I mean, it's beautiful. But right here, I mean, look how separated Envoy is, and now it's a 3v2. They're waiting for the flank. That's the big key. But look, that nade hits. It hits Formal, so Formal is weak right now. Attach weakens Scump. So Formal and Scump are one bullet, and the Dashy's just there. He's like, I don't want to kill my teammates. They all get caught.
Accuracy with the unbelievable round 11, 3 in the round. The clutch to close it out is Priesta just trying to gain his thoughts. Yeah, his face was special at the end of that. Unbelievable. RØKKR continue on at Major 2. We're headed to break, but after this, we're getting the Lottie and Nameless to break it down. We continue on.
What?
Brett, are you freaking kidding me?
That was a roller coaster.
After the heartbreak of the stick yesterday that ended the round 11 and ended up costing them that match against Dallas, they come into this round 11 and OpTic gets the first 2 kills, and then it's a 3v1. Accuracy comes around the corner. He's aggressive, and they all line up for him. He gets all 3. They get the victory. I don't even know what to say. That is one of the craziest things I've ever seen in competitive Call of Duty.
I was just saying in between, like right when we were about to go, it's like, I wish they were recording our reactions for it too, because I absolutely freaked out. I mean, it was an incredible clutch, the Iceman, you know, all the things. And I was getting frustrated, man. Like that search was just frustrating. There's so many timings that didn't go RØKKR's way. A lot of people getting caught with their pants down, not, you know, looking, you know, Standy laying down, he gets a free first blood envoy. Just little things like that, or accuracy not looking the right way. It was so frustrating. It just felt like we were due for a great timing play. And, I mean, you can't draw it up any better than that. That was the best timing play imaginable.
Yeah, I've got to say, there's so many times that throughout the course of the last, I don't know, month or so, where we get in those search and destroys and you're just waiting for accuracy to make a play. And so many times he won those gun battles down on the bottom side of the map. There was that one round where Dashy ended up killing him from behind to secure that round. But accuracy just went absolutely huge, winning those gun battles with Dashy, getting that 3-piece at the end, absolutely unbelievable.
I can't believe it.
Let's go ahead. Let's get the reaction from the desk and the interview. Let's go ahead. Let's kick it back over to the CDL.
Results presented by the US Army. Boy, whew, I'm sweating a little bit after that one, but we have seen some epic things thus far today. Toronto 3-0 sweep LA Thieves. We also have just seen probably the most flabbergasted game of surprises and unbelievable things happen ever in our lives. Minnesota RØKKR do take that one 3-2 against Chicago OpTic, and next we do have our T-Mobile 5G weekly drop FaZe versus Empire. What are we playing for, though? You may be asking. Well, it is a damn incredible prize pool, $500,000 on the line here, and Chicago and Thieves head home with 20 G's in their pockets, and unfortunately they don't see that 40,000 right a tier above them. Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath because my voice is running out because I've been screaming. Nameless, I'm not even going to pose a question. Talk to me, man. Oh my God.
It's never been more fitting. I am mind blown. Honestly, like that last round was just ridiculous. You got to feel for the OpTic guys. Like I'm sick to my stomach right now at how they just lost that round. And it's only fitting that it's RØKKR who does it to them after the round 11 that happened to RØKKR versus Empire. Like it's just been a wild tournament. And I actually thought OpTic played a fantastic search and destroy. Both of them. They were playing fantastic. Like the retakes on the bomb, like when they were down a man, they were making the right plays. And then right here, they put themselves in a 4v2 situation. And you could see when they're around this bomb site, they know where accuracy's at. They know that he's back here in this hallway, but they're waiting on the pinch to come in from attach. And the player doesn't want to get caught out in the open, so he backs up to get with Scump. And yeah, they just end up lining up here because Formal's trying to pin accuracy down. They know where he's at. And unfortunately, the Krig is too strong. He hits him with the wall bang, and you can see sort of the reaction here, man. It's just a crushing loss. Like, it's gonna be tough to live that one down if you're OpTic after playing such a good search.
Genuinely, you can see the despair on their faces right now. But I've never seen a better advert for a Krig 6 in all of my life. The Call of Duty League community have been going nuts. Here's our Astro Social soundboard. We got, oh my God, we got tons of question marks on the board. I'm seeing things lined up here. I mean, this was just one of the biggest moments I think I've ever seen so far on broadcast, where my jaw was on the floor, man. I've never seen anything like it.
Could you imagine if we were in an arena and that happened? Just the roof would have been blown off. It would have been absolutely insane, man. And I just gotta say it once more, man. To the OpTic Chicago roster, I thought that they've improved tremendously, and
yes,
you know, I feel like they should have walked away with that win, but unfortunately, accuracy goes huge. So you gotta tip the hat to RØKKR.
I know, you really do. I mean, GG's all around. That was an incredible series. Nameless, I kind of want to know from your perspective, though, who's kind of stolen your heart here? Who are some of your top players you've seen so far this major, man?
Yeah, let's pull up this graphic here. But yeah, there's been a few players that have snuck into my top 5. They've just been performing. Looking at a player like Formal, who has stepped it up in that last match, he was absolutely incredible. I mean, that was vintage Formal. Like, we're talking IW champs Formal going off. And then, you know, around on my list, we got Bance. He went huge for the squad. He's the guy that a lot of the community was poking fun at, saying, like, he needs to step down and have somebody else come in. Takes over the series. Abizi, one of the best players in the game, if not the best. Shotzzy stepping up for Dallas, and then Standy to round it out. Time and time again, this guy goes off and respawns in search and destroy. He's their playmaker. He gets the bloods. So here's my top 5.
I love it, man. I absolutely love it. I don't think I can disagree with a single person on that top 5. Liz crushed it. Crushed it. I tell you what, though, folks, I need to remind you guys that tomorrow we'll actually be announcing our next player of the stage, powered by Astro Gaming. So make sure you guys tune into our post show after the match to see who will win that one. It's going to be epic. We've got tons and tons of incredible talent here at the Call of Duty League, but only one can walk away with player of the stage. Well, I need to go take a cold shower after that because my blood is boiling.
Don't blame you.
After that incredible round 11. But we do have a bracket for you guys just to take a quick peek at before we head to the break, just to see exactly how the journey's gone for all of our teams here. We are very much through the bracket. Obviously, we're in the penultimate day of our major here, and we do have an incredible winners finals to get to yet. But before all of that, we need to hear from the boys themselves. I'm pretty sure we got Standy on standby. That works pretty nicely, doesn't it? With Jess. I've just been told we're actually still waiting. We're still waiting for Standy. I think they've got champagne bottles out and stuff. God knows what they've been doing backstage because that was epic. That was epic. Well, I don't mind talking to you for a bit longer there, Nameless. Absolutely fine. Let's actually talk about the next match though, man, because obviously Dallas versus FaZe, a big revenge match from the previous major. I just kind of want to know from your point of view, man, you know, obviously it was a little bit of a whitewash there for Dallas in the first major. Do you think it will be the same way, or are we going to see some closer matchups here?
Well, in their matchup, you know, at the first major, obviously in that best of 9, like FaZe is just unbelievable in search and destroy. Like there's not much that Empire can do, but now Empire they've gotten a lot better at search and destroy. In their last match, they won 2 of them versus a tough search team in RØKKR, and you saw sort of the adjustments that they made. Shotzi's making plays, he's getting up close and personal, he's improving. But Crim6 as well, he's been standing out for me. But outside of the individual thing, their teamwork is more on point. You saw in that round 11 on Raid, sort of the call to rat back towards A, break the glass, rat back, and trap them. Like that's high level search and destroy, and that's things that Dallas was not doing during the first stage, let alone the first major. So if they're able to do that again versus FaZe, they have an opportunity. And right now is a good time to do it. Knock them out into losers and hope they get bopped out, because when it gets to that best of 9, it's going to be really difficult to take them out.
Absolutely, and obviously FaZe have really dominated this season. They have been pretty incredible, and it's undeniable that this team right now are the best in the league. However, I've got to say, going up against Ultra this major had me questioning a little bit here, because I saw some cracks in the armor, and Ultra played pretty well. They played up to their style, and that S&D victory, is that anything to really kind of look into there, Nameless, or was that just maybe a little whiff?
No, it definitely is. I think we talked about this morning on our Twitter Spaces thing that we did, and it's like when there is a team that is dominant at the start of the year, typically all the other teams, they start to catch up a little bit. The teams with all the talent, like the Dallas Empire, like OpTic Chicago, like Minnesota RØKKR, they start to figure it out, right? Like they get better as time goes on. Might not be during stage 2 where we see FaZe fall, but eventually it will happen. These teams are getting better every single day. We're seeing improvement.
Yeah, we definitely are. I'll tell you what, though, it's who can stay ahead of that pack. Can FaZe do it? But I'll tell you what, folks, we have lots more coming up here at the Call of Duty League. We're the penultimate day, man. We've got so much to get through still. We still need to crown a champion tomorrow. But we will be back with plenty more action, and we'll see you guys in just a few.
Brett, I gotta tell you, I'm still kind of speechless. Just coming back with this with 2 minutes of a break here, I'm just that last search round just keeps playing over and over again in my mind. And then I think back to the control yesterday and the heartbreak with you just kind of figure it's wrapped up after you get those kills on the raid control against Dallas. And then that heartbreak happens. And then you have the comeback in the map 5 and then the Priest stick. I mean, it seems like the last 24 hours, the last day or two has been so crazy for Minnesota. And now they're moving on to a matchup, another Battle of the North, but this time for a spot with the losers final on the line. It's been an insane 24 hours.
I gotta say, I just tweeted it out, but I do think this is, and credit to Michael in the chat who had the idea, but I just tweeted it out. I'm like the kid in class who said the joke a little louder. But this is basically the Minneapolis Miracle that just happened. I mean, down and out, the round looked horrible. I mean, 2 people get picked right off the rip. Bomb didn't go down, though. And everything just played out so perfectly. It was just like that Saints cornerback just, eating it with the turf monster and falling down. Everything lined up. Attach played his part, made a couple people one shot, and then Accuracy did the unthinkable. And I think that was the best reaction I've ever seen in online COD. Like, I think that reaction was better than when Empire won champs. Like, they were more fired up, and then they were more disappointed on the OpTic side as well. Like, so animated, so much fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, if you're an OpTic guy right now, if you're a player, part of their org, a fan, I mean, that is absolute heartbreak. Just to be in a 3v1, you've got the bomb there, and then Scump was one shot, but if I think it would have been Envoy that was behind him. If you're Envoy, you don't really know to shoot or not because they're going to put bullets in the back of your players that are in front of you. So it's insane. The timeline is going absolutely nuts. There are people cheering. There are people sad because they're OpTic fans.
Yeah, all the OpTic people left. Imagine that. They were in the chat, and now they're gone. So I can't imagine why.
But it looks like we're about to maybe get an interview here with Standy if he's come back to his setup. I don't know. It's probably a wild scene there wherever they're playing from. But let's go ahead. Let's kick it back over to the CDL. We'll come back to wrap it all up after we hear the Standy interview. But let's go ahead. Let's kick it back over.
And you can hear my dogs in the background. They are even so excited for that RØKKR win. I mean, Standy, what was going through your head in those final moments?
Well, they hit through Eskies. I died. Preston died. So at that point, it's a 2v4, I believe. I think Preston might have got one. I'm not too sure. But when Lamar hit outer, I was mind blown. At first, I thought we were going to lose. I was like, no. But then Lamar hit outer. He killed 2. At first, I didn't realize that he killed all 3 of them because they're all lined up. I realized that he killed 2, but then he killed 3, and I was like, whoa. Like, did we really just win this? And we just all got hype, and I know I'm really glad we won that, especially from our loss yesterday. Those 5-5 S&Ds. I'm so happy we won this. So I'm excited.
You absolutely should be. Well done. Very, very well deserved. Hey, Standy, we always hear you talking about these big meals that you're going to eat when you celebrate a win. What are you going to eat to celebrate a win like this?
I might have to get some steak tonight. Get some steak with the boys, maybe get some nice food. I'm not really too sure, but I'm just still living in the moment and taking in this W because that was crazy.
Yes, absolutely. Soak it in as long as you can. Well, hey, Standy, thank you so much for the interview. Best of luck going forward, and just GG's.
Yeah, thank you, Jess. GG's.
All right. Well, there you have it. We heard from Standy. He is just as mind blown as many of us are. Well, we're not done yet. We have one more match to go. We're hopping back up to the winners bracket with a banger of a match. We've got FaZe versus Empire. Don't go anywhere.
I got to tell you, I love that interview there from Standy. I love the fact that he's the one there, and slowly but surely he's building a following, and he's so happy. And I mean, he broke it down perfectly. You just kind of feel like, oh no, we're in a map 5, round 11 again. We got an entire major on the line. You get into a 2v4 and you think, here we go, here it comes again. And then that magic comes through. It's just absolutely unbelievable. It's a great story, especially after what happened to them yesterday, because there's no doubt about it. Minnesota was the better side in that matchup yesterday with Dallas. So they suffer the loss to Dallas. They come through, get a massive win over OpTic, and now we are heading on to a round 5 losers bracket matchup against the Toronto Ultra for, I guess this has got to be the biggest spot when it comes to who's the king of the North.
This is the biggest battle of the North, I think, in the CDL history. I mean, it has to be. And, I mean, it's one of my least favorite memes in the community of the regain. You know, we got to regain. But the ability of this team to regain has been unbelievable. I mean, that map 4 was horrible. It was horrible across the map. Everyone went negative. Even the beginning of the map 5 was bad. It was 2 straight OpTic rounds that RØKKR did not look good in at all. They managed to come back, make it 2-2. And then the clutch to keep it from Priesta, that 2-piece, to keep it at a 4-2, I believe, or a 5-3. You know what I mean. It was that clutch that really kept it. Oh, it was a 4-3, I think. Final answer, 4-3. Their ability to regain when things are going wrong, has been impressive. They regained against Surge when they went down 0-2. They regained when they had to clutch up a hard point against Dallas. That sent that to the fateful map 5 with the team nade. Their ability to regain, as much as I think it's an overplayed meme, is very, very accurate. They are very good at that.
Yeah, 1,000%. I know I was on the broadcast in that matchup yesterday with Ashley, and it went into that map 5, and I thought this is just going to be so insanely difficult to come back from, especially what happened with the control. It's one of those things where it just takes the wind out of your sails. You feel like you got punched in the gut, but they were able to almost come through yesterday had it not been for the team nade, and then today they clutch up one of the craziest plays that I've ever seen. And now we look ahead to Toronto. So when it comes to Toronto, their path through, they had a very decisive victory in round 1 over this same OpTic squad. They moved forward and got almost blanked. It was a 3-1 loss to Atlanta, as you would probably expect from most teams. Really interested to see what happens here between Atlanta and Dallas. I think this is probably going to be a little bit more lopsided than people think. But then today, Toronto came out, got a super decisive 3-0 victory over LA Thieves. And in that matchup, this is a squad that when they made the move to go ahead and replace Methods, a lot of people were completely shocked because this had been Methods' best Call of Duty stats-wise in the last 3 or 4 years. I mean, Methods was playing really well. But they go ahead and they make the change. They bring in Insight. Insight has been playing phenomenal. Of course, he and Kleenex have all of the chemistry from when they played together on Team Singularity back when they were AMs. And the biggest storyline in their most recent victory over LA is the fact that Bance went off. And when you look at this Toronto squad, you kind of expect it from Cammy and you kind of expect it from Kleenex. But when all 4 of them put it together and Insight, the rookie, comes in and plays well, and Bance comes in and plays well, when everybody's playing well, they're a team that's just like Minnesota in that they can come out and they can surprise some people. So as we look ahead to the matchup tomorrow, the match will be at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. What are you thinking as we look ahead here?
Well, it's a Battle of North again, and like I said, it's probably the biggest one yet. And speaking of overused memes, the no Zinni, no Winnie, I believe is the phrase. That's anything but the case. This team, I literally said during one of the maps, like, what has gotten into Toronto? Like, I can't believe just how well they're playing. I believe we're 1-1 against Toronto this season, if you count the Kickoff Classic, that is, which, why not? It doesn't count for CDL points. But the fact of the matter is that I still think this is a pretty evenly matched. I don't think it's necessarily one or the other, but it's basically, can Standy really change the tides in this matchup? Because last we saw them, technically they are the reigning kings of the North for now. Don't take that out of context, Toronto. But for now, they have that crown. So maybe Standy, makes the turn and puts more pressure on the map and changes the favor of the matchup.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, you look at these two teams when it comes to search and destroy, that has been a RØKKR strong suit. But Toronto is also really good at search. I think Toronto, at least against the old roster, was the better hardpoint squad. But now, I mean, what we're seeing out of Minnesota in hardpoints, like what they did yesterday against Dallas and then today, seems like things are flipping a little bit, and then both teams are good at control. So when we look forward to this matchup, I think both these teams have young players that are super exciting. They're full of vets that can come out and make plays. I can't wait to watch it and to break it all down tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'm not sure we can say that RØKKR, an elite. I mean, the last handful of search and destroys have not gone RØKKR's way. But then on the flip side, all of the hard points have been going RØKKR's way, except if you take out that Moscow from this map. Most of the hard points are going RØKKR's way. So things are kind of changing, and different things and different chemistries. But yeah, we'll see if raid control gets played, because that's what I want tomorrow for sure.
Yeah, raid control would definitely be a positive. But with that, we look forward to a matchup tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you're here for the co-stream. I cannot absolutely wait to break it all down. So thanks for tuning in with us today. Unbelievable victory, pulling it out there against OpTic Chicago. And we look forward to more tomorrow. We'll see you guys.